Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Faces by Imani here. If you're new, go ahead and like and hit that subscribe button. Today we are going to be giving you full coverage, flawless, natural beat. So first I would like to start off with just moisturizing my skin. I'm using the Olay Spray Mist followed by the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I just like to work that in my skin. Go ahead and rub it through and make sure you're tapping at the end just so everything could be like pressed into place, followed by the Glam Glow Glow Getter. It is an illuminator and it is so bomb. You guys can see that it literally makes my skin look so good. Today's foundation, we're going to be using the Smashbox Studio Skin, and I'm in the color 4.2. I use this sponge. This is the e.l.f. sponge. It's like $3 or $4 and it's great. It's also damp. Those two concealers that I just showed you are the Too Faced concealers in the color Mocha and Chestnut. The first color I'm using is Chestnut. It's a darker concealer that I use for my entire face, and then I'll go back in with the Mocha just under my eyes because that one's a little bit brighter and I like the way it makes everything look. You know, I like a bright under eye, so Mocha does the job. I'm using this Real Techniques brush just to kind of press everything in place. You just go ahead and tap it lightly. I like to go ahead and blend out the outer corners of the under eye highlight first. That's why I use the darker colors, just so it can blend better. So we're just going to tap on the outsides and then go in where my under eye is and press. And just make sure everything just sinks into the skin, honey. We are giving skin, okay? If you know me, you follow my Instagram, you know that I love to give skin. If it is not skin, I do not want it, okay? So just go ahead and keep on blending, blending, blending. Blending is literally the key to a flawless face. And also your tools. This brush is a setting brush. You can use it for concealer, and you can also use it to press the powder under your eyes. Now that I have blended out that concealer, I'm just going to take that e.l.f. sponge and go ahead and tap on the outer edges of the concealer with the sponge just to make sure everything is blended. You don't want to see any harsh lines, so using that sponge will help for sure. Next, I'm going to go in with some setting powder. I'm using the new Fenty Beauty Pro Filter setting powder in the color Honey. Now this powder right here has your girl shook, okay? I'm also using a damp beauty sponge from e.l.f., the same one that I used my foundation with. And we're just going to press it under the eyes first, just finding the placement. And after you place the powder, you're going to go back in and blend everything out. So you're just going to take that same wet, damp beauty sponge and make sure you press it in. You're not spreading the product, you're just literally tapping it in the motion. We're not adding any extra product, and you want to make sure that the beauty sponge is still damp. This helps the powder just melt into the skin so that everything could be seamless and it doesn't look like you just have powder, you know, sitting on top of your face, making it look cakey. Again, we want to give skin, not cake. We don't want to look like we just threw a bunch of product on our face and walk out the door. You want to make sure you actually take your time and you're pressing everything in, okay? Following all of that, I'm just going to go right in with this Smashbox primer water, and I'm going to spray all over my face immediately because this gets rid of all the extra residue and it just makes the powder melt right into my skin. So spraying your face after you use powder is always good. The more spray, the better, I say. I usually use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, but I ran out, so now I have to use the primer water, and I'm just waiting for everything to dry. Then we're going to start to contour. So to contour, I'm going to use the Black Radiance Medium to Dark. I think that's the name of the palette. Medium to Dark or Medium to Deep palette. And as you can see, I've already hit pan in the contour shade. This palette is literally I think it's like $7. You get a highlighter, a contour, and a sculpting color. And you guys, this is the bomb, okay? We're just going to place that darkest contour color right on the cheekbones, and then you're going to start to blend out from there. A little bit literally goes a long way. Sometimes I feel like I added a little bit too much contour, but that just means I have to spend more time blending. But this contour is so bomb. It gives me the sharpest boom, carve out my cheekbones. It does everything. We're just going to take that contour color along the jawline as well, and we're going to blend up. So when I'm doing the contour, you're just going to blend up. I'm having a little party right now. But we're just going to blend up and blend over our foreheads. You don't want to drag the color down. You just want to make sure everything is staying in place. So next I'm going to go in with this MAC powder. This is the mineralized skin finish powder in the color dark. And I'm just taking that along my whole face just so everything can blend and, you know, make sure you don't see any hard lines from the contour in my highlight. So for my nose contour, I'm just going to go ahead and still use that Black Radiance palette, and I'm just going to take the contour and the scope colors, and I'm just going to sweep that alongside my nose and bringing it all the way up into my brow bone. You don't want to use a lot of product because, like I said, that contour color is really dark, and you don't want a sharp nose contour. You just kind of want a little bit darker. So going in with this Morphe brush, I'm just going to sweep that powder right alongside my nose. Next, I'm going to use my favorite bronzer of all. This is the Becca Sunlit bronzer, and I'm just taking that right where the contour and the highlight colors meet, and I'm just going to put it right on top of that. Using like an angled brush, you're just going to sweep that color right there. I literally love this bronzer. Like, it is the best. It has like a little bit of shimmer in there, and it's just bomb. This right here is the Juvia's blush palette, and I love these colors. You have neutrals, you have oranges, you have pinks, and I think it's a perfect color. These bronzers, the blush that I use, they don't have shimmer in them, but they do have shimmer options in that palette. So I'm just taking the orange and the pink, and I'm just pressing that right on my cheeks, just because blush literally makes a difference. So I did take the colors Bronze, Summer, and Moonstone from this ABH Glow Kit, and I've sprayed my face again with the primer water because I like to add the highlight after I spray my face just so it doesn't sit on top of my skin. I want it to melt into the skin. So if you spray your face before you add your highlight, the highlight will literally melt into the skin, and you guys can see that your girl is glowing, okay? So now I'm just taking this brush. It has a spoolie on one side and it has the eyebrow thing. I don't even know the real name for it. It's just like an eyebrow pencil that you can use for dip brow, but I'm using the NYX brow gel in the color Espresso, and you guys, this stuff literally has become my holy grail. I think it's like $7. I got it from I think a Ulta, and I just brush my brows up and go ahead and do the same thing you would do like if you're using a pencil. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to outline my brow with the bottom at first. And since it's a little bit darker, you want to use a light hand. So you're going to outline your brow first, and then you're going to go ahead and fill in. I'm going to be uploading an updated brow routine soon, so you guys can see how I do my brows. And eyebrows are sisters, not twins, okay? It's okay if your eyebrows do not look the same, but just make sure they don't look too different. So after you finish, doing your brows, you're just going to go ahead and outline them with concealer. I'm using just a flat brush, and I'm going to have that concealer color, and I think this is the color Chestnut that I used for the concealer all over my face. And you're just going to lightly outline the bottom of your brow. Since you've already done your whole face, you just need to use that concealer just to kind of sharpen, the edges of your brow. So the lip pencil I'm using is the color Chestnut from MAC, and we're just going to outline your lips. I just wanted to do like a really nude kind of natural lip color. So after you outline, I'm just going to go in with this NYX liquid lip lingerie. I think that's what it's called. Like a lip lingerie in like a nudish mauvish color. And we're just going to add that, and you're going to blot. When you have lipstick, you want to make sure you blot your. So I've already added my liner and one lash. I'm just going to show you guys how to quickly apply lashes. I use my lashes. I have a luxury Mink 3D lash collection I'm going to be start selling, and I'm using a lash applicator from Tarte, and I feel like you guys need a lash applicator or like tweezers or something just to help you apply your lashes. It makes a huge difference, you guys. It's way better than using your fingers, way better than using tweezers. It's like they literally just go on perfectly. So the lashes I'm using are in the style Barely There. They are like super natural, and they're mink, so you guys can use them multiple times, and they're really great quality. Like, they look bomb. The mascara that I use the Urban Decay Perversion mascara and the Morphe Dark Room eyeliner. So this is basically it, you guys. I'm just going to go ahead and do my bottom lashes with that same Perversion liner. I think adding bottom lash mascara is kind of a necessity. Like, You have your top lashes you can see, and you just want to go ahead and coat them. Just a thin layer. You don't really have to do too much. It doesn't take that long, but adding a little bit of mascara on the bottom is a really good idea. And this mascara is great. So we are done, you guys. I just sprayed my face again with this Smashbox primer water, and just giving you, the last final looks of how everything blends and looks great together. So if you guys like, I hope you join the family. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Go ahead and click that like button. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to go ahead and comment in the box below. I will respond, of course, and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is facesby_Imani.